the shadows they wander alone, old ruins where fears have grown, eyes that watch from ancient stone, whispers chill right to the bone. Gothic castles rise in the night, ghostly figures glide out of sight, wolf howling under pale moonlight. Darkness creeps and grabs too tight. You have fallen into the Eurocrypt. There is no escape from the Eurocrypt. Fog curling through cobblestone streets, footsteps echoing heartbeats. Vampires hunt their nightly feast, lurking monsters are released. Silent scream in a sepia dream, melancholy miles downstream. No one's safe, or so it seems. Worlds unravel at the seams. You have fallen into the Eurocrypt. There is no escape from the Eurocrypt. Fallen into the Eurocrypt. There is no escape from the Eurocrypt.
All right.
Hey, what's happening?
We're back, man, for the Years of Lead Part 2 review. The Arrow box set, the final two films, and then also another film that old Justin Marino picked, Revolver. From, was that 73?
That's 73 as well, yeah. As well as No the Case is Aptly Resolved.
Right. Yeah. So
and these three were like, yeah, I mean, were they first time watches for you? Sorry, I know I'm jumping the gun a touch.
Yeah, I hadn't seen none of these.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going
Sorry,
on?
what was you gonna say?
What's going on, Sick Jim? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Glad to have you in here. But yeah, we're gonna complete the Years of Lead review, man, and I think all three of these I like them. The last one is it's kind of odd because it might be the only Poliziotteschi that doesn't have an R rating.
Yeah, it was unrated. Yeah, exactly.
It was like PG-13.
Was it really?
Yeah,
because there is still some.
It's like no fucking blood hardly, but it's got some insane fucking stunts. And
I was gonna say, yeah, it's got some crazy fucking car sequences that,
right?
I guess you wouldn't really want anyone too young to watch that. But
I don't know. It's pretty damn good, I thought.
I like all three of these. I have seen the first one before.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all three of these are great. So that list of like Poliziotteschi films that I like is just going up and up and up.
Yeah, I don't even know how many there are, man. Like,
there's well over 200, I think. Yeah.
Is it 200?
Yeah, it's on a par with like the Giallo films, like the pure Italian Giallo films. I mean,
right. I was listening to one guy on one of these sets. He was doing an essay or whatever, and he said it was like well over 100, but I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, I think there's over 200 in that book.
Right.
That book we got. Yeah.
And yeah, if y'all don't know, man, Roberto Curti, this is his book.
That's the Bible.
Filmography. Get a lot of the like when we're doing these shows, man, you get a lot of good information uh, out of that, man. Plus, what's on these sets, you know. Uh,
There's another one out called Blood in the Streets, which is a decent book. It's not so much like a review book like that. It's more just going into like the years of lead and the
and
films and all that.
that's the alternate title to Revolver.
Yeah, and I presume that's why they called it that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, one of their titles of Revolve. I think there's a few in there that I was seeing. I was looking into.
yeah, yeah. There's what the uh, I can't think of the other ones. I didn't write them down
It's a lot
on
of
that
like,
one. I couldn't find a
yeah.
whole lot on Revolver. I don't have a physical copy of that either, though. But
Same.
but anyway,
Yeah, same. I had to like stream it.
I guess we can kind of like break it down for anybody in here the first time checking this out. Uh, if you like what we're doing, hit the like button and sub up. We're getting closer to 500, which I know that a lot of people far surpass that, but we're getting closer. And but so the Years of Lead like started in 1968, and it went all the way to 1988. Uh, and there was like 428 murders of political violence. 428 fucking political violence murders.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man. So it's vigilante groups. There was terrorist groups, and they were a lot of them were funded by corrupt elected officials. You know,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty damn crazy once you get to digging a little deeper into the shit. And but yeah, there's just random acts of violence. Uh, just crazy, man.
Their prime minister got kidnapped and killed.
Right.
I remember
And
Eugenio
found in the
talking
trunk of his
about that.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And in those 400 odd killings, like there was quite a few bombs, so that probably took the death count higher a little bit. But man,
just one
it was
incident alone.
terrifying.
I'm trying to remember the name of that incident, but one incident alone was like 85 deaths in that one bombing.
That came right near the end, didn't it, I think, as well. I think that was like 1980.
Okay.
They were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, just crazy, insane times to be living through back in the 70s. And you look back at the footage now, and you can see news footage on YouTube as well of Italian broadcasts of the time.
Yeah.
Man, that's scary shit. I can imagine being a young kid living amongst all that. You don't know, when a bomb's going to go off from one time to the next.
Or just a woman walking down the street,
Well,
like,
yeah.
What the hell? Like.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, you had handbag, like, being pinched, and, like, on motorbikes, they would get on motorbikes and
dragging them and shit on their motorcycle.
Yeah.
Shit, like crazy.
All the shit you see in these films, and Giallo films to a certain degree, was all happening in real life. That's why it adds a bit more flavor to watching the films for me.
It does. I gotta say though, Highway Racer, which we'll get into that one at the end, but I think that director, he kind of separates Stelvio Massi, right?
Yeah.
He kind of like separates himself from the rest of the Poliziotteschi directors, man, because it's not really in that kind of same tone as the other films. It's not as bleak and it's bloody, and you know what I mean? It's more fun, kind of like
more like a fun action sort of type film. But
yeah.
But right. He did do quite a lot of Poliziotteschi, so he did do his fair share of normal running.
Oh no, I'm just saying with this one movie in particular.
This one is just completely different, and I'm glad he did that.
I guess distracting people from what the hell's really going on in the world at the time,
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, man. I guess we can get into it, man. We got Justin Marino in here.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah,
good to see you in here, man. Sergio Salema was a great director. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like all three of these for sure. No doubt about it.
Without shadow of doubt, I think. Yeah, we'll rank them and we'll rate them as we go. But
he's on about Revolver director, right? Salema.
Yeah.
I
need to dip into a bit more of his films, actually.
Yeah, I mean, because we're like, I haven't seen a lot from. I mean, we haven't. I haven't gotten into the Policio as hardcore. I mean, what we might be up to like 40 films now, maybe that I've seen.
Yeah, somewhere around 30 to 40. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Taking them off as we go, basically.
right. But like, so we already did part one. If anybody wants to check that out, it's on the channel. It's on the Dead Pit channel, or it's on our channel, Subjective Perspective Collective. Uh, and in that one, in the first part, we covered Like Rabid Dogs, Savage 3, and Colt 38 Special Squad.
Bangers. All of them are bangers.
I think so, yeah. I would say Colt 38 Special Squad is a lot like the last one we're going to talk about tonight, as far
It
as
is. Yeah.
like the police need an edge to fight, to combat the damn criminals that they're fighting. You know what I mean? They need something they can, you know what I mean? Like soup their shit up and get some good weapons and shit and vehicles or whatever. But
I think like Deodato's film, Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, that must have inspired some of these later ones. Because I've noticed that was more like an action kind of film as well.
yeah,
And this
well,
comes,
the whole Dirty Harry Bronson shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and French Connection, you know, films like that.
Definitely, like Death
But,
Wish, films. Yeah.
But I guess we'll get into this one, man. No, this is called No. The case is happily resolved. So, like, it's a odd title, I thought. But
It is.
it had a couple other titles. I think there's one, like the script when they were writing it or whatever. It was called The Guilty, and it was also called The Culprit, and The Case is Closed. So that was the other.
Yeah.
Working titles, I guess you'd say. But so basically, when the film starts, a woman is brutally beaten by like a college professor, this guy Ranieri, and it's like through these thicket, like cane. Is that sugar cane? I'm guessing some kind of thick weeds and shit, and so he's beating her with this iron pipe, man. He's chasing her. She's screaming. And this guy, he's like a railway worker. He's kind of fishing and just, chilling. He thinks he hears something, but he's listening to a football game. I guess a soccer game, right?
Yeah, Lazio.
Yeah.
The famous football side from Rome. Yeah.
Okay. He's listening to that, and then he goes and checks out. He keeps hearing that screaming, and he goes and checks it out, and then he sees this college professor just beating the shit out of this woman with this iron pipe, and he's like, "Oh damn!" And that look on his eye, that guy's eyes, though, man, he looks so damn. Disturbing.
Man, yeah.
This is disturbing,
To find out he's a college professor as well, he's like living a double life.
Yeah, and this guy's name's Fabio Santa Maria, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm thinking Santa Maria like the fucking boat that came to America, right? Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like wondering if that was something to, like, I don't know, but he kind of sees this shit going on, and he gets scared, hauls ass, and when he does, he contemplates going to the police, but then he decides not to and shit, kind of deal.
He gets spooked, doesn't he? Do you want to go? Right. Do you want to quickly go through the cast and that?
Yeah, I was just kind of setting it up just to.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this one for me is like more like a giallo than a Poliziotteschi film, I think, because that opening is like something straight out of a freaking giallo.
The opening definitely is a lot like a giallo. It's the only thing but that's the only part of the film that I feel like is like a giallo, because the rest of us, there is no real mystery,
No, there's not.
I guess the only mystery is to see how it's going to end, like us as the viewer,
Yeah, and
that would be the only mystery, because you don't know what's going to happen next. So
this is kind of high tier for me, really, but the ending did, did disappoint me, but there is like we will discuss it. There were two endings shot, you
Yeah,
know, and
definitely.
the
There's an
studio
alternate
kind of
ending,
wanted
which
to go
is
with the one. Yeah,
now the alternate ending I prefer. The original ending.
and me.
The original ending I prefer, but
Yeah,
I know a lot of people probably hadn't seen this, so we
the
won't spoil it.
one,
You
the
know,
ending in this version just seems tacked on, which it was. It
it
literally
was
was. Yeah,
the
it
producers
doesn't
wanted
work,
that. Yeah,
and that little bit of comedy in there as well, which I don't like.
I don't
Do you know
like it
what I
either.
mean?
The
No.
producers did that shit though. They made, and this is by the way, I need to mention Vittorio Salerno. We've covered we covered one of his other films that's in this set, right?
Yeah, Savage Free. Yeah.
Yeah, Savage 3. So this is his first film though that he uh, that he got to do on his own as a director. He did work with Ernesto Gastaldi. I believe I'm right on that, right?
Yeah, yeah, he worked with
Libido.
Gustavo on Libido. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the two of them kind of did that together. But yeah, you're right. This was
Right.
his first kind of solo project.
So I mean, so this was his first film. He didn't want to screw anything up with the producers. I was listening to what he had to say about it. He's like, he didn't want no trouble. This is his first film, and that's why he kind of agreed to that ending or whatever. But he gets his brother on board. His brother was gonna originally gonna play the villain, but he didn't like it at all.
Right. Yeah, that would have been different, man.
Yeah, I think it. I like him a lot. That's Enrico. Uh,
Maria Salerno. Yeah,
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 and he's I mean, we keep hearing this a lot from these other actors about him, though. Like how he's kind of like a prima donna, like
yeah,
in a
yeah.
way.
But he was a big time actor, man. I
He's
think we
great. He's a
discussed it.
great
Yeah,
actor, but he lets
recently.
you know he was a great actor too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I got nothing wrong with that though. Wait, when if you can back it up,
right,
then great. You can say it all day long.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it would have been an interesting choice. I think him in this, he plays kind of like a journalist of this newspaper or this magazine. Um, yeah, he's kind of out of, he's usually playing the cop, like in a Bird with a Crystal Plumage or the father figure in Night Train Murders. So playing this is kind of
well,
different.
I see.
Um,
Well, he played. I just recently watched another film with him. I just watched with my son Grayson. Uh, I watched Banditos. He's in that, and he's like a gun.
okay, yeah,
He's
yeah.
playing a gunslinger in that one. So that was different. I was like,
Okay,
okay,
that's one he's one of my favorite actors. I haven't seen everything he's done, but everything
yeah,
I have seen, he turns up and he does fucking deliver in
yeah.
literally every film I've seen him in. And
Oh,
he's
he
got
does,
kind
man.
of this likable ability as well.
He's
He
got
just
like
comes on.
this condescending smile too, right? Like he's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
like
yeah.
this
He's
shit
like
eating grin kind of
Yeah,
like
he's like the father figure type, and
yeah.
even when he's playing these like rogue kind of cops and that. But yeah, there's something about him. I don't know. I just find him particularly likable.
Uh,
Not many, not every actor's like that for me.
Justin Marino's saying his westerns are top notch. Talking about
Okay.
Selima.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Violent City's another one he did. Yeah, and I have Violent
That's the
City.
one I want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
after
with
seeing this.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
It's got Telly Savalas in there too. So
Okay. Yeah.
we got Jimmy in here. What's going on? What's
Hey,
happening,
what's
man?
up, man?
Got Dan Shine in here. What's up, man? What's going on?
Dan in the house. How's things, man?
And Horror Movies for Life. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Good to see you. But yeah, man. Sorry, got sidetracked.
That's all right. No worries, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, Vitero Salerno. I'm surprised that he didn't go on and make more films because
yeah,
the three I have seen, like the main three I've seen, is obviously Savage Free, Libido, this, are so competently well done, well made films. I'm absolutely gobsmacked that he didn't. I haven't not seen his westerns obviously, but I'm gobsmacked that he didn't go on and make more Giallo films. I think he would have been great. Uh,
right. I guess I can go into the uh, the writer Augusto Finocchi. Uh, he was a 60-year-old retired uh, railway guy that like I guess that's why that you got the railroad worker in the film, the character.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But he's known for several spaghetti westerns. Black Jack from 1968, Cry of Death 1968, Jess Franco's Count Dracula.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, yeah.
he he did the Italian Connection, which is a damn good one.
That's one of my
1972.
favorites. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, that's the only ones I got for
I
the
couldn't have been a well-paid job though if he's like a railway worker, and he's writing some of these big, I don't know, for the time, some of these big films. I suggest, maybe it didn't pay as well, but who knows?
Well, I mean, if he's depending on if he was on the train, he probably had a lot of time to write.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Unless he was working the slave to the grind shit, that sucked. But
he may have retired by the time he started writing. Anyway, he may have started writing a bit later on, in his 50s or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Let's see. And the cinematographer's Marcello Maciocchi. He had like 57 credits, man. He shot The Big Racket, Murder Clinic from 1966, Sweet Body of Deborah, Jungle Holocaust, Ace High, which is a pretty high tier western, 1968. Tropical Cancer. It's in one of the Forgotten Jolly.
Yeah. That's
1972.
not so good, I didn't think.
Seven Bloodstained Orchids, Don't Torture a Duckling. I mean, so this guy, Seven Destiny Cat's Eye, Red Rings of Fear, Cannibal Holocaust, House on the Edge of the Park, Madhouse, and I mean the list goes on and on.
That's one hell of a film.
But just what I just spit out, that's a ton of great films, man, and they're all shot damn good.
Oh yeah.
Very capable people working on this film.
Wow, yeah, but I'm sure you're going to mention that the music was done by as well, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's I thought I had it.
Riz Ortolani.
Shit, I'm tripping.
So you got Cannibal Holocaust and
Castle of Blood.
Yeah.
Shit, I had. I didn't put a lot for Ortolani, but Castle of Blood's one of the first big ones.
I didn't put a lot down for him for the simple fact is I think it would have covered like a whole sheet of paper every single film he's been in.
But mostly known for Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
Most people would recognize that badass score,
But he's another one like Morricone. He's just unbelievable composer and music maker.
Yeah, Morricone comes up later.
It does, yeah. I mean, we've been blessed to have two of the best, really, in two of these films. In terms of cast, so this stars Enzo Cerisico, who plays Fabio Santamaria, and I've mentioned before when we covered the Tram on our kind of deep cuts episode.
Yep.
I didn't really want to go too deep, but he was a real up and coming.
Yeah, he's a great actor, man.
He's outstanding in this film, I think.
A lot better in this, and he did a lot of Rye TV stuff, I think, right?
He did, yeah, and he died fairly young. I think he died in his 50s or something. But you've got Riccardo Cerchiola. He plays Professor Eduardo Ranieri. And again, you might see his face in films because he's in Rabid Dogs, Blood on the Streets, The Visitor, One on Top of the Other, Bandits in Rome, and Grand Slam. He also had a prolific career, dubbing. He used to dub a lot of well-known actors. And pretty much, I think he was up at one stage for the 1971 Cannes Film Festival, where he did the film Sacco and Vanzetti from 1971. So he won, I think, Best Actor for that. So yeah, he's great as the villain, I think, in this.
Yeah.
Because when we come on
to the story
a little bit, yeah. I mean, he can play the part of this fucking psycho at the start of the film. And then you see kind of a soft side to him where he's a professor, but you see a seedy side as
There's
well at one
something
point.
going on. There's more to the character though,
There is, yeah,
because he's kind of like conflicted. It's like he's struggling with something, right?
yeah. He's
Inside.
complete
Like,
schizophrenic type
yeah,
character, like
right.
psychopathic, where he's one minute he's playing this perfectly, legitimate like professor, and the next minute he's ogling these young girls and shit
Because this one chick
and all
is
that.
she's cleaning his apartment or whatever, and he's kind of looking at her, and then he just like freaks out, drops his damn coffee or espresso or whatever, and it breaks. And she goes down to clean it up, and he starts having flashbacks of him when he's beating that chick with the iron pipe and shit.
And you wonder if like he's thinking about her being the next victim, because
Right.
it seems that way. But just to mention a couple more actors, you've got Claudio Nix Castro. He plays Dr. Rocky, like they say Dr. Rocky in the credits, but he's more like a detective. He's in The Cynic, The Rat and the Fist, Fear in the City, Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, The Tough Ones, Illustrious Corpses, Manhunt in the City, Savage Free, which we covered, Silent Action, Matino, How to Kill a Judge, Silent the Witness, and The Boss. I mean, you name it, he's been in it in terms of this type of genre.
Right.
You've got Umberto Rail. He turns up as Don Guilio. He plays a priest, and people will know him major role in Bird with Crystal Plumage. Baron Blood, Night of the Devils, The Muck, Oasis of Fear, and the list just goes on with that guy as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would say they're the main standout kind of the cast.
When you see
Uh,
that Enrico and the guy that what's his name that's playing the villain?
Fabio, you mean Santa Maria? Enrico Syracuse. I don't know pronounce his name.
No, the villain.
Oh,
The
the villain. Okay. Riccardo Cucaloya. He's Professor Eduardo Ranieri.
right. Him and Enrico though, like when they're acting, like that's some great acting, man. Like that whole every time they're on screen together, there's like
It
this
is. Yeah.
crazy dynamic going on. Like, and you could tell kind of like because I think they work together in theater and shit like that. But they're like very high tier actors in Italy, you know, uh, like
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
levels above others. You know what I mean? As far as
Yeah. Yeah.
their skills.
And the film wouldn't work as well if it didn't have like these two characters, and they're kind of so at loggerheads to begin with, and even at one stage of the film they come together and they start talking as if they're going to try and make a truce where
Yeah,
both of them will not be implicated in the murder. um, but just to follow on by what Dirk said, the opening murder and that, um, what's kind of creepy about it as well is when he's trying to get away, and he's in two minds now. He's thinking about going to the police, but he's trying to get away. The killer actually starts following him in the car, and it is pretty, yeah, it's kind of suspenseful, and this goes to places I didn't think it was going to go. Um, and you got the whole cat and mouse game between the killer and him as well that goes on right throughout this film. Um,
let me
I love it, man. I absolutely love it, son.
let me catch the chat right quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
let's see, horror movies for life. Yeah, I said hello. What's up? Got Acres of Movies. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Good to have you in here. Let's see. I saw this one and re-release in Sassuolo in '98. Okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
You got Lauren in here. Good evening, Earthlings. What's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, Lon?
What is your favorite Italian sci-fi movie? Planet of the Vampires.
Don't know if you can call it favorite, but Contamination's one. Luigi
Okay.
Cozzi is definitely up there, I'd say.
All right. Well, I haven't seen many, but Planet of the Vampires would be my pick. Uh, let's see. Lauren says Eyes Behind the Stars. 79 obviously are there really other choices. Okay.
That's one that's been on my radar, Lon, for a long time. I keep meaning to get to that one.
Nope. There are other Italian sci-fi flicks, but there's no other contenders. Okay.
Okay.
Eyes Beyond the Star needs a proper U.S. release. Notice that your channel could benefit from a larger audience to help boost your streams with the right
I
support. Blah
think
blah
I
blah.
spammed it. I think I
Yeah.
spam. Yeah.
That's from Kick. Justin Marino, I picked up that Years of Lead set. I need to open it up. Yeah, man, definitely,
Oh
definitely.
man. Yeah, it is.
I mean, every
I,
film in there was. There's not a bad one, man. There's not a bad film in this set.
the only mystery to me is why there hasn't been a part two. Because this could be like Forgotten Jolly. If they could get a ton of these, put them
Yeah.
out 4 or 5 at a time.
Yep.
I presume they must be
I'd,
thinking about.
I'd
doing
say
another
keep it
one.
at 5 like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep doing 5 at a time. You know, that's how they're doing these vengeance trails and stuff like that. These
Yeah. Keep them
spaghetti
coming,
westerns
man.
and stuff too. You know,
I mean, it hasn't been that long, has it, since these come out? I presume a few years, maybe. So let's
been a
hope we get
couple,
some
right?
more.
At least 2 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3, I think. Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. Dan's saying can't forget Star Crash with Joe Spinell as Darth Vader.
I've never seen that one.
I've never seen it either.
Sci-fi is not massive on my agenda. I
Mm-mm.
do try and watch the Italian ones, but
I'm not a big
yeah.
sci-fi guy either. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the story, you got this cat and mouse game, and he starts freaking out because he's going to go to the police. He's going to report this murder, and then he kind of sits on it a little bit. But the killer completely turns a friggin' 180 on him, and ends up going to the police and tell them that he actually seen the killer himself. So he's implicating him now. So
Yeah.
it just kind of spins completely on its head. And then you've got the whole thing with he gives a photo fit to the police.
Yeah, Fabio, he's kind of like,
He's in turmoil, basically.
well, he keeps fucking up too. So like, instead of him, like, I don't blame him for like not getting involved in shit, but all the other shit he does, he like got to shave his mustache off, and he's got to paint his car and shit like that. You know,
Right, and he makes a big mistake. He leaves his sunglasses, I think it is, at the scene of the crime.
yeah,
His wife is played by Martine Brocard from Eyeball.
yep.
She plays Cynthia, his wife.
She was
and
also
he's
in the Savage 3 film, right?
yeah, and she turns up in a lot, like I think we mentioned last time.
She's playing a little small role, blink and you miss her kind of shit in this one.
Right, it is a small role, but it's kind of a prominent one because since this all has been gone down, like he's at loggerheads with his wife a little bit. They don't really see eye to eye. They got a young girl, Simonetta, I think the name of the young girl,
Yeah.
and he's kind of never there. If he's working, he kind of misses his child, and then when he's coming home from work because he's working different hours, his child's in bed and they don't really get to see much of each other. But she's great in everything. I find everything I see Martine Brocard in is superb. And this, I think, was done just before she had a child. Because when she went on to do Eyeball, like 2 years later, she'd already just come from having a newborn baby.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, she's stunning as well. I don't know if you would call her like, she's just got something, a look about her. I wouldn't call her like unbelievably attractive to look at.
She looks like the girl next door, I guess.
Yeah,
me.
some kind of, that's exactly the best way to describe it, actually. Some charisma or something about the way she looks, man.
You got Adrian James in here. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Good to have you in here, man.
But yeah, you've got the whole thing then. And basically, this film plays out like a whole cat and mouse for like literally 90 minutes from beginning to end. We won't give away the ending or anything.
Nah, I wouldn't give away the ending, even though there are 2 endings.
There are. Well, we can say enough to say that one is very upbeat and the other one is very pessimistic. The one that they didn't use.
One ending is bleak, and it's not all the way bleak though. There's still like a shred of something. Like it's kind of like ambiguous. It's open-ended.
Yeah.
But the other ending is just happy go fucking lucky, which I'm not a big fan of.
And there's even like a little joke in there as well, which is just doesn't. I mean, that takes off a little bit because I'm going to rate this fairly highly, but that takes off at what, like 1 point for me, the
Well, I
ending.
don't even consider that ending though. So I just like the other
Yeah,
ending, and that's the original ending that the director intended.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm going with that fucking ending. You know?
Well, next time I watch that, yeah, I'm going to do the same.
Yeah. So
But we have got to mention, yeah, like you did mention Enrico Maria Salerno. He plays this journalist, Don Pepino. Um, and he's the only one that thinks that this killer is the right man. And he goes deep and he starts investigating this killer and he gets all his, like, the people on his magazine to do the same and start following him. He even, like, confronts him at one point. Um, but just like just over the middle part of the film, you think you come to like some sort of conclusion, sort of truce between the two of them.
yeah. Well,
But
I kind of,
yeah,
I wouldn't buy in that shit though.
well,
You know?
like you say, that you never trust the fucking killer, can you? In
Right?
anything,
Yeah. You don't trust
you
that
know?
motherfucker.
No, no. But he
Yeah.
kind of he becomes happier then, though, doesn't he? Because he thinks it's all over. Um,
Yeah.
so like Fabio just he just starts smiling again and all that. But
Well,
then
he's
little does he
gullible.
know.
He's kind of like this really good guy. Like you can tell, like he's not really street smart at all. Like you know what I
No,
mean? Like
no, no,
you know
no.
what I mean? He's got a wife and kid. He's goes to work every day. He's like he's just gonna buy everything that anybody's trying to sell him and shit. You know?
Right, exactly. And that photo fit in the paper as well is a complete spitting image of him, and he starts changing his appearance and
Right.
wearing sunglasses and all that. Um, I don't know about you, but we get like a priest shows up near the end as well, and Berto Rail plays the priest who I mentioned earlier. Um, yeah, this is fucking high tier for me, I'd say. And would I class it? It is a Poliziotteschi, but I'd certainly say it's like a hybrid. So I
It's
do like that shallow opening,
it's
man.
more of a I don't know, man. It's a Poliziottesco, but it's I don't know. It's different, way different. You know, like it's not. It don't have the grime that a lot of them have. I mean, there is one scene that's kind of grimy, but then the rest of it's kind of like uh, a thriller. I'd say. You know,
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do a remake of this.
it
Because you
almost kind
think
of
about it,
reminds me of like The Fugitive in a way. You know, you ever seen The
right?
Fugitive?
No, but I know about it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's kind of like
I,
in that kind of vein, the wrongfully accused kind of deal. You know.
I
Uh,
mean, this could happen back in the day as well. It
oh
could
yeah. Well, this
legitimately
is a
happen.
damn. This was like a big reason Salerno wanted to do this though, because it was a statement on the prison system of Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, absolutely. I mean, the writing in this is
at the
superb.
time, of
Up
the time,
until that ending, which the distributors wanted to put on, but the director didn't. The
yeah,
writing is superb because even though you've got literally like three main characters, I mean, you've got the detective as well, but this is like edge of the seat stuff for the whole like 95 minutes or whatever, maybe 100 minutes or whatever it is. It's for me, it never like drops in pace. It's
no,
always going to keep you guessing. You don't know what's going to happen right up until the end.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I want to check out this other stuff now. This director, well, literally the stuff I haven't seen. Well impressed with this one.
I'd
Absolutely
say
loved it.
I think I'll put this one over Savage 3 though.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. I probably would actually.
Yeah,
Um,
there's more to this one, man. That's
Savage Free, I rate high as well,
I like
man.
Savage 3, but this I feel like this was his first film. I don't know. I like it better.
I think this for me was the best one of the three we're going to cover tonight.
Okay.
Um, so this was obviously shot in Italy on location in Bracciano and Rome, and I think that's the lake at the start is the Bracciano Lake. It had a rating of VM14. Its release date was the 15th of August 1973. Distribution by Jumbo Cinematographer. Domestic gross was 190,447,000 lira. So not amazing, to be honest.
Yeah,
Not a hit by any stretch of the imagination. But it probably got its money back, I'm guessing. Um,
at least I would guess.
I would say, yeah, and that's a shame because this should have done really well. I would have loved to have seen this back in the early '70s.
Yeah,
Just the whole clever fucking twist that they do with this,
yeah.
where he's seeing the killer, and then the next thing you know, the killer's accusing him, and he gets to the police first, and
He
then
he he
it's on the back foot.
he
Then
hesitated, and the killer took advantage.
right.
Yeah.
And the killer even took 3 hours to come forward because the
Mhm.
police officer says at one point, "But why did you take 3 hours?" But yeah, it's so clever the writing, I will say.
Right. Also, I want to mention because I didn't mention it at the start, but like everybody that stays with us to the end, got some recent pickups to show at the end.
Yeah,
Uh, so
absolutely,
I'll
yeah.
play this, but I'll play it again right before we do the shit. But here we go. Yeah,
Sexy pickups, that is. I'm going to rename that sexy pickups because of that picture of
yeah,
the woman. But
yeah.
yeah, stay tuned for that. I haven't got a whole lot, but I would imagine Dirk's got a pretty hefty kind of.
I got a few, but and it's
But
not
yeah.
not the same. Not the normal shit that I guess everybody's grabbing. But yeah, whatever.
Oh no, none of our stuff is usually the
Just some
fucking
shit that we're gonna cover for
exactly,
sure
exactly.
at some
Yeah,
point.
so that's why it might interest the people, I think.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, overall, what's your thoughts on this overall? Like,
It's a solid one, man. Like I feel like the writing's brilliant. Uh, there's really no. It's not a mystery because right out the gate you know who the
yeah,
killer is. But I mean,
yeah,
but it is suspenseful. You don't know what's going to happen until the end of the film. So it's got that going for it. Great acting. It's shot really well. Uh, there's only I forgot to mention the scene when the police come to the crime scene and the killer has told them where the victim is and he's acting like he was a witness.
yeah,
That that scene when they're doing the flashes, like they're
yeah.
taking their pictures and shit, and you see her dead body and it's all beaten and brutalized and shit. That's chilling, man. That is a chilling ass the way it's shot. It kind of gave me vibes of like uh, a glimpse of like TCM or some shit. Like
It is the best scene in the film.
yeah,
Just the way it's done with the
the way
flash
she looks and
photography.
everything, and
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
dark with the cameras flashing. It's fucking amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I second everything you say there in terms of like this. I really enjoyed this. This was the second time I'd seen it because I had seen it fairly recently. I'm talking a few
Yeah.
months ago, maybe.
Oh,
And
Cliff
yeah,
Booth is asking what film this is. This is right here. I got it. Sorry. Uh, no, the case is happily resolved. That's the name of it. Out of the Years of Lead set, but I mean, I don't know if it has another release. Do
I
you?
was glad to see. Not that I know of, but I was glad to see this was actually in my set as on its own as well because the others are on the
Yeah,
same disc.
and it's got a pretty lengthy, kind of like a 40-minute deal with Salerno on there. I think he's on a couple of these. It's pretty lengthy, right?
Yeah, is he on the Savage Free one as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was like an hour with him on there. So
Okay, so ratings now. What would you rate this?
I'm gonna give this one, man. This is like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
same. I'm exactly the same. I mean, I rated it a couple of months ago as a 7.5, but it went up for me. And if it didn't have that ending, the fucking
well,
horrible
it's like I
ending,
said, that ending was tacked on,
it was, yeah, you
so
could
you know where
clearly
to turn
tell.
the movie off at.
Oh my! I mean, if you're gonna go with
You don't even
the
have to watch the alternate ending. Just turn the movie
yeah,
off, and
yeah,
you know
if you're
what
gonna
scene
go
to
with
do
the
it.
original ending,
Yeah,
this would be like a 9. Like this would be a 9.
yeah.
Um, but
And that
yeah,
was the
so
intended. That was the intended ending. I mean, the producers had to. They didn't. The producers told Salerno like that the audience is going to be pissed off. You know, if you
it
don't
just
add this.
goes to show you, don't it, how you can fuck a film up just by literally doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a strong 8.5. It's definitely the best of the bunch for me.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. It's a solid one, man, for sure.
it is. It is.
But but yeah, man. So I know Justin Moreno. He had mentioned as we said we're gonna finish this set, and we always try to do at least 3 films. So we're gonna talk about Revolver now, man. Sergio Solima. I'm I'm hoping I'm not brutalizing his name, but
No, that's right. That's right. I think.
the only films I've noticed, I have seen Violent City. He did that in 1970 with Charles Bronson. It's got Telly Savalas in there. Telly Savalas is the villain, which is great.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, because he's the villain in the killer. What's the one with Alberto Di Martino?
oh,
The killer's on the phone.
Killers on the Phone, yeah.
So yeah, oh man, I need to see that one then.
And
Oh,
so he did another film called Devil in the Brain that I'm interested in. It's a
that's a
thriller film.
Giallo. That's a Giallo film.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I do own
1972.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do own it on bootleg. But yeah,
That's 72, and then he did some spy films came out in 65 and 66. But, um and he had a trilogy of westerns. The Big Gun Down, Face to Face, and Run Man Run. So
okay, I'm
that
not
was kind of
seeing
like
that.
his trilogy of westerns. Tomas Million's in that one, that Run Man Run or whatever.
He's more well known for his westerns. I was reading as well. Yeah.
And it was also saying it was a political western trilogy. So like whatever
Right.
that means.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'd be interested to check it out. You got the score from Ennio Morricone.
The
I
score
mean,
in this film is fucking amazing, man.
it really is. I mean, well, they always are when it's Morricone, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but this one is just so catchy.
It is.
Straight from the off. Straight from the off.
And I mean, Morricone, man, he's over 70 award-winning films. Like,
Work with all the greatest as
I
well.
mean,
Argento, you know.
John Carpenter, Tinto
Yeah,
Brass. You got De Palma, Quentin Tarantino, Pasolini, Umberto Lenzi, fucking Fulci, like Mario
yeah, yeah,
Bava,
yeah.
fucking Roman Polanski. I mean, dude, that's some major fucking names, you know.
I
Then
mean,
there's
he's
more.
got to be
Oliver
number
Stone,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be number one, hasn't he, in the world?
William Friedkin. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
shit,
the list
like,
goes on, man. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's some of the best damn directors ever. So, but then the cinematographer I'm not familiar with though, Aldo Scavarda. He
Yeah.
shot Devil in the Brain. That's the only thing I could really find on him. But
He did do like a proto giallo called Le Avventura from 1960,
okay,
which I've heard good things about.
yeah.
It's like a black and white early proto giallo.
I mean, the way everything is shot in this one's great though. This is kind of like a. I mean, we'll get into the synopsis here in a minute, but I'll kind of I got a little mini synopsis I wrote for it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
In terms of like the actors, so
yeah,
I know when we did The Brood recently, we talked quite a bit about Oliver Reed. He plays Vito Cipriani. Using Spasms, obviously The Brood, Venom, Burnt Offerings, and The Devils, just a few. Fabio Testi, another one we've talked about quite a bit. He plays Milo Ruiz. He's in Contraband, Red Rings of Fear, The Big Racket, What Have You Done to Solange, Death Knocks Twice, Four of the Apocalypse, Once Upon a Time in the West. And that's just, I'm only just saying a few.
yeah.
In terms of like other cast members that are not so well known, so you got Agustina Belli. She plays Anna Cipriani, Oliver Reed's wife in the film. She was in Double Murder, The Fifth Chord, The Violent Four, The Night of the Devils. I got a little bit about her. So she was
I mean,
born in
she's a beautiful
47.
woman, man.
She is, but she doesn't quite go like match with like Oliver Reed's character for me. He
Well,
seems quite a bit older as well, doesn't he?
yeah, but still,
Um,
man, it don't matter. Like,
well, no, but
yeah.
yeah, she appeared in over 50 films. Done her film debut in '68. Her first big breakout role was in Lena Westmuller's The Seduction of Mimi in 1972. She gained further prominence working with director Dino Risi in Scent of a Woman in 1974.
Okay.
She won awards. She won the Grola d'Orio Award. Yeah, and I'd like to have seen her done more, but I mean, 50 is not too bad. And last but not least, you got Daniel Barretti. He plays Al Nico. He plays like a hippie. And I don't know, was you thinking the same as me in this one, Dirk? Ray Lovelock would have been perfect in that role because he even
Yeah, he
looks
looks like
like
Ray
him.
Lovelock.
He does. He got the same hippie hair.
Yeah, I think he
The
did a good
only
job though. That guy.
he's a decent actor, but
Yeah.
he was in Faceless. Jess Frank was Faceless. He was a French actor born in '46. He was an actor in real life, a singer, songwriter, and composer, which makes sense because of the film. Um, yeah, and he was quite famous for dubbing actors Rutger Hauer, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Dolph Lundgren and Liam Neeson in the French version of the big films,
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. Um, yeah, I mean, I like this one as well, but on a different kind of, it's completely different to the last film.
Yeah. I can.
We spoke
I got a
about.
brief synopsis. I'll kind of throw out there.
Yeah, go for it. Go for
Just
it.
kind of set it up a little bit, and then we can talk about a few other things. Prisoner Governor Vito Cipriani's wife is kidnapped, and if he wants her back in one piece, he must get a small-time thief, Milo Ruiz, out to the free world. Nothing is as it seems because Milo's freedom might cost him his life.
Yeah, I mean, this where the two of these where you want two actors to play off each other, like we mentioned, was really good in the last film.
Yeah,
This is another. So you got Oliver
it's kind of
Reed.
like a road movie. It's like
It's everything.
it's
It's a bit
almost
of
like a
everything.
buddy movie, but not really because it's so bleak. It's
Yeah,
darker than a fucking. There's no comedy shit going on. You know what I mean?
not at all. No, it is
But
fucking bleak
but
from the
there's like a
start.
mutual respect between the two actors. Probably not in real life. Fucking Oliver Reed and
Well, there's a
Testy. You know?
story about that. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a story about them too. Apparently, Fabio Testi said he was the only one who like Oliver Reed, kind of liked.
yeah,
Oliver Reed on set of this was obnoxious to everyone. He was drunk
right.
every day during filming. There was trouble. Like Sergio Salima even actually told him that the film was wrapped 3 days before the end, just so that the crew wouldn't kill him afterwards. Because the crew were all literally on about fucking killing him after the fucking like the Klaus Kinski thing.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
he's
He
polarizing like
made
that.
he made no friends during the set on set. And he's Oliver Reed, just you can picture Oliver Reed doing what Oliver Reed does,
Well,
and
he
he's
fucking.
exactly like that.
So I was reading something. He crashed a fucking bus too, right?
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't
Yeah,
read
he
that.
crashed that fucking. You know the bus that he's driving
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah,
movie. He
yeah.
crashed it and fucking bruised his eyes. So like you'll see one part of the film where he's wearing fucking shades and shit.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah,
Yeah, his
yeah.
eyes were all fucking bruised and shit.
Again, that don't surprise me. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, literally, Fabio Testi was the only one, and they'd have like little jokes together, but he was the only one who Oliver Reed liked. But you're talking about how downbeat this film is, right? So I'll just like mention the start. So you've got Milo Ruiz, played by Fabio Testi, right? And he's with his accomplice. They've just come to Italy to do this job. His accomplice, his friend, dies after being shot by like a night watchman when they're doing this robbery. And this guy literally says, "Look, I don't want to be on a morgue. I'm dying, but I don't want to be put on a morgue and cut up. Can you please like kind of dispose of me, bury me here by the
yeah.
and it's right by a picturesque kind of
That
riverbed."
opening score is
Uh,
fucking amazing.
oh
So,
man, it
uh,
is.
and
Yeah.
so Tarantino used that score for
Yeah, yeah,
Inglourious Bastards.
yeah. He did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and that's just Tarantino doing what he does, you know.
yeah.
But
That's just a big. I mean, he respects the shit out of these films, though. So
oh man, I'm not a Tarantino hater by a long way.
yeah,
I like some of his stuff. I don't like everything, but I do like
yeah,
some of
yeah.
his
I'm
stuff.
just saying, like he's a fan, just like we are
It's
too.
Yeah, it's a homage, you know, I guess. But
Yeah,
so early on as well, you get this politician, and they get shot by someone on a ride by on a motorbike. Um, you got the Al Nico character. Then he comes into play. He's like this young pop star hippie. But where he comes into connection with all this is he once owned the bike that the killer of the politician was using. And then you've got a big kind of backstory then concerning like Milo Ruiz's accomplice early on, a guy called Jean Daniel. And then there's this big plot type. I don't really want to give too much away with
yeah.
this
We're not
one.
gonna spoil it, but
But
it's
needless to say, go on. I don't know if you can say it better.
yeah. We're not gonna spoil it. Like so, basically, Oliver Reed's character, he's kind of like the the governor of the prison, right? So they want him
Yeah.
to get Milo out, and so they kidnap his wife and everything, and so it's just I'm trying not to spoil anything. So
No, no.
like,
That's why I asked you to do it, because it is hard not to.
yeah, it's kind of
Um,
kind of hard to
yeah, and
talk
this is
around it,
what this
but
is what I wouldn't want to spoil anyway.
but
Um,
you come to find out, this much you could say. You come to find out that there's other reasons why they want him out, and Milo has no idea the fuck is behind trying to get him out. I'll put it that
right,
way.
yeah, and this is where it all ties into that
Yeah,
guy that his accomplice dying in the first few minutes of the film.
right.
Um, you've got your usual like Oliver Reed. He's this fucking tough, like real, like takes no fucking shit
You
type
can't take
character.
nothing away from Oliver Reed though. Like his intensity that he brings to every performance. It's
Oh man, he's superb in this. I don't care
yeah.
if he was drunk on set or whatever.
He
I
looks
mean,
he's an actor that he looks so fucking intense.
yeah.
Like you believe that shit. Like he looks like he wants to cry and rip your head off at the same time. You know what I mean? Like fucking
But it's insane because he was like that in real life, right?
yeah.
But all of a sudden he could just sit down with anyone and start talking poetry and shit. Like he was like on a high
Yeah.
level of intelligence as
Oh yeah,
well.
he's high
Which
intellect for
did
sure.
not go with his wild man kind of,
Yeah, very rebellious
persona.
as well. Yeah.
Um, but needless to say, in this film, we can say a couple of things. At different points of the film, him and Fabio Testi, they beat each other up in two different scenes.
Yep.
They're at loggerheads, but they've got to kind of come together at one point to see it through. That's all I will say about that. Well, I could certainly say, to see his wife getting handed over back later on in the film.
And I'm thinking it's going to
Um,
go some dark places with his
and yeah,
wife.
and it doesn't in some places, but
No.
it goes in all these different directions. I will say Oliver Reed is left with this really fucking bad dilemma at one point where all I'll say is he's got to choose
Yeah.
from different options. That's
Yep.
all I'll say about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is another 1 hour and 50 minutes, I think. Just went like that.
And it's
Fly
a
by.
big
Um,
statement on the higher up authorities, I guess you'd say. Like people in
Oh
power,
yeah.
you know.
When Oliver Reed's character, he's playing kind of, kind of cat and mouse really with this big sort of crime gang. We get to see all the foggy streets in Milan. All that stuff was done great. You could almost like London back in the 1880s with Jack the Ripper type streets. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable cast, as we said. Action packed. This is along the lines I think I said earlier, like live like a cop, die like a man. Even
Who's
though this is probably more grittier, would you say?
Oh, this is way more bleak.
Yeah.
Daniel, is it Daniel Beretta?
Yeah.
Plays
Yeah.
Al Nico.
Al Nico, yeah.
Oddly enough, he dubbed Arnold Schwarzenegger. for.
Yeah, I said earlier. Yeah. He
Okay,
did.
you said that. My bad.
He dubbed Dolph Lundgren as well. I
Yeah,
think
all the French
Liam
market
Neeson.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So he
right,
probably had a good career just by his voice alone.
right.
Um, Man, I wish I could tell people what happens in this film, but please go out and like track this down because I
And
think
a
you'll
lot of
get it.
people hate. I think. I mean, Testy's not going to match. I don't think he matches Oliver Reed's, acting skill, but I think it works. I
I
think
don't
it
think anyone does, so do they? Reed's
right,
on a
but I
completely
think
different
the
level.
film it definitely works. I mean, I like Testy, and I don't think there's a film I don't like him in. So
I think he holds his own quite well.
yeah,
He's not on, yeah, he's not on a par with Reed, but
right. It shows though. You can tell there is
yeah, oh
levels.
yeah,
There
yeah,
is levels to the shit. you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I mean, there's a
but
like
the
a prison.
physicality that Testy brings.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I was going to say, yeah, there's a prison break early on. I think we can say that. um, Involving Fabio Testi's character. And
Yeah,
I mean, you can tell the guy's a stuntman anyway because he's up on fucking roofs and he's climbing through windows and shit. Oh, I love all that stuff as well.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of high top tier again for me. I think in terms of these type of films.
yeah.
Um, but that soundtrack, man. Even the music at the end is kind of sad. It's not the upbeat from the beginning. It's still fucking superb. Like,
The way it ends too
oh
is
man,
so fucking bleak. Damn.
it really is. It
It
really
like
is.
pulls, it like gut punch your ass,
And that
like
all I'm saying is there's a fucking great twist. The last shot of the film is a great twist.
yeah,
And then you kind of trace it back to what happens earlier on in the film.
yeah.
No, this was.
This is a high rec for sure.
Oh yeah.
Revolver.
This,
It's not,
this
it's not in this set, but
no,
uh, highly recommended, man.
it's one I don't know if it's out on Blu-ray. I
Yeah,
presume it is because I did see a pretty good
I would
print of
definitely
it.
buy this for sure
Oh
because it's on
yeah,
Tubi. Is how I watched it.
in a heartbeat I'd buy it.
It
You
is on
know.
Tubi if anybody's interested.
Um,
It's not a very good, like the best transfer, but I mean,
I
it's
mean, Ray Lust as well. I think it's probably I had like a really good transfer on Ray Lust. If
hmm,
people want to check it out on there. So this was also known as Blood in the Streets. It was filmed at the Palo Studios in Milan, which a lot of these giallo films and police crime films are. It was also shot obviously on location in Paris and Milan because you see like the big Eiffel Tower in the background in some shots.
mhm.
Um, VM14 rating. It was released on the 27th of September 1973. It did pretty well. Domestic gross was 477 million lira. Um, Also known as La Poursuite Implacable in Paris. That was the French name of it. And Blood the Streets for some reason. Not on the streets. Blood the Streets
Okay.
in America in 1975. Yeah, man. Yeah, top tier. Definitely. Top
The
tier.
the tag the
Um,
tagline for this one too is it makes Death Wish look like wishful thinking.
I can see that too as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's like a clever.
this got a U.S. release, so
It did, yeah, it did. Um, just looking now, so this one was compared to Sergio Salima's previous entry in the crime genre, Violent City. This, however, is a more like explicitly and political film compared to that one. Um, Salima and his co-script writers Dino Maruri and Massimo De Rita, who were both a team who wrote lots of 70s crime films. Even though to some sources Maruri's work was non-existent, they developed an interesting story about two lonely men on different sides of the law, but find themselves persecuted by occult powers. But that was a kind of interesting. That was from the book, of course.
yeah,
With
so they
Bill
changed
Clinton's
it up
book.
definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
but you still see the power structure uh,
Oh
of
yeah, yeah.
like the higher up officials type. That's
That
in a lot of these films,
that plays heavily into towards the
in a
end.
lot of the genre. You know what I mean?
It
Kind of like
does.
Short Night of Glass Dolls. It's in there
I
too.
mean, yeah. Even so much as like the schoolgirl in trilogy.
Yeah,
Peril films as well.
Schoolgirls in Peril. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have got a little bit because I know we mentioned about Oliver Reed on set. But I've got a bit of a paragraph I'm going to read out, if that's okay, Dirk, about
Okay.
Testy, what he said.
Well, hold on just
So-
a second, though. Hold on just a
Yeah,
second. Yeah. All right.
slap that light, man, slap that light.
Yeah.
So this is what Testy said, right? He didn't have good words to say about Oliver Reed. The whole crew wanted to beat him after the shooting ended. Reed argued with everyone. He was drunk, a lunatic. He tried to argue with me on 2 or 3 times, but I was just like a rubber wall. He used to call us the white Negroes because we used to work 19 hours a day instead of 8. And I know that can be like termed as a racist comment, but I'm not using it in that context.
Right.
Eventually, Sergio Salima sent me to tell him that we finished shooting 3 days earlier than scheduled, just to avoid the crew from beating his ass. It was the last film he did in Italy. Everyone hated him. He was impossible to work with. Testy later said, "We liked each other from the beginning." So he's given a completely different interview to someone else, but he's completely contradicting himself. He said even if Oliver liked to drink, when he came on set drunk, he had a tendency to become violent. I was the only one to constrain his violence because I was always humouring him. So that kind of gives you a little bit of kind of what they were like on set.
Yeah. Oliver Reed's a damn nutcase, or he was.
But Salima said something weird as well, though. So Salima said Oliver was a wonderful person until 2 or 3 in the afternoon after his 25th or 26th bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Take that for what you will.
Critical Canyon's got a question.
Okay.
Good to have you in here. He says,
Yeah,
have you guys seen Children of Violent Rome? Wondering if it is worth a blind buy or pass. My instinct is saying the latter, but I don't know anyone I trust who has seen it.
I've not seen that one.
I haven't
I've not
seen it
heard
either.
of that one, actually. Unless it's got a different name, like some of these films have.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not sure on that one.
I know there's one called Violent Rome. Maybe it is that one then. That's
Could be, because
Poliziotteschi.
a lot of these have multiple titles. So,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The only other thing I've got is so Italian film devotees will recognize a young, stunning Alona Stola, later known as the porn star Circuit Loina.
yeah.
She pops up uncredited as a naked girl at the beginning of the film. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I saw
I'd
that.
love to have been on set to see all that stuff with Oliver Reed. That would have been crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
He sounds he's on a par with Kinski, or maybe
I don't think
Kinski's going to be hard.
I think Kinski would be hard to beat.
Yeah,
But
can you imagine the two of them together?
But I mean, they
Oh,
were
man.
though, like Venom, you know.
Yeah. But
The
I
fucking
mean,
movie Venom.
I'd have to
Yeah.
look into the making of Venom actually, see if they actually
Okay,
clash.
he's saying Terror Vision's releasing Children of Violent Rome. I had to check it out. And
Oh, I think I've seen the one you're on about.
Okay.
In terms of like the upcoming release.
yeah,
Yeah. I think what's the guy's name? Brad Anderson, I think, was talking about it at one point, and he's
Okay.
in charge of their television. Yeah, I'll be getting it. Yeah, for sure.
okay.
In terms of rating, what would you give this?
I got to give Revolver probably probably 7.5, man.
Okay, I'm kind of with you. I think I'd give it an 8.
Okay.
I think the last one was like an 8.5. I think Revolver's an 8. Round
Yeah.
about, but I mean 7.5's a good score as well. It's thereabouts,
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid flick, man. I mean, I'll definitely own it if if it has a good release, or I'm sure a good release
It will at some
might
point.
be due one. So
I'm sure like Arrow's got some more coming, because they did that double set as well, didn't they? The Big Racket and Heroin Busters. So if we can get it in that kind of context as well, like,
Critical Canyon saying I'm Team Murley all the way. Okay.
Oh, they on about Franco Nero, are they?
Yeah, I guess so. Tough Ones is my favorite Poliziotteschi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
We covered that one, right? With Dan, right? Or we covered Rome
No,
on
we didn't
the
do.
Teeth.
Yeah, Roman to I don't think we've done the.
We
tough
have
one.
covered the Tough Ones, though, I thought.
Didn't we talk about it
Years
in the
Led, Violent Streets.
violent street set?
Yeah.
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 Um, that's a difficult question. Are you Team Merle or Team Franco Nero?
I gotta go Franco Nero, man.
I've got to go Franco Nero because I've seen more,
Yeah.
and I think he's by far the better actor. But
Yeah.
in terms of like stunt work and shit, like Merle is fantastic. I've
I
not
like
seen.
Merle. I like Merle a lot, but Franco Nero's just, I mean, damn, man. So many damn movies. So many damn iconic roles.
Quiet Place in the Country, man. You've got
Yeah.
Fifth Chord.
I mean, shit. You got
they look
High
alike, but I
Crime.
wouldn't. Like they look alike, but I wouldn't compare them in terms of acting ability.
I mean, fucking Hitchhike.
Fucking superb.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit.
I mean, the list just goes with Franco Nero.
Yeah.
Isn't it? The Third Eye as well is one of his first.
Third Eye, yeah, definitely. Stood scores on Revolver. Okay. Good. I mean, okay. Fat Pig Thunder, what's going on, man?
Hey,
Good
what's up, man?
Yeah, I got Violent City, Justin, man. I like Violent City. It's a good one.
We'll have to do that on an upcoming one, maybe next one we do or something.
Let's see. Merle is the ripoff Nero. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was really the reason they got him. Nero is definitely the better actor. Yeah, it's just if you. I mean, I see what you mean, though. You probably prefer those films, I guess. But I don't know.
I certainly like Merle a lot.
I like all the stuff I've seen Merle in, and of course, most of everything I've seen Franco Nero. I can't think of nothing bad I've seen him in, but I'm sure there might be.
Well, we did. What was the one we did with Pops as well with Franco Nero?
Street Law.
Yeah, we did another, but he was on another one in that when we covered 3. And
we did Street Law, High Crime, and
remember the other? Yeah, because he was definitely in it.
Cobra.
Damn. Yeah,
Cobra.
Day of the Cobra.
Day of the Cobra.
He's fucking superb in that, man.
Yeah.
And that's like a lesser known.
That's a lesser one. Yeah. It's still fun. Still a good movie.
He's asking. Justin's asking, hey, did you like Fabio Testi in Revolver? I fucking loved his performance, man.
Yeah, I think he did a great job, man. I think he did.
He's good at what he does in that type of character.
I mean, he brings the physicality to those roles. I mean, he's perfectly cast for that role.
He's never going to be a great actor. He was never a great actor anyway. He was more of a stuntman when he first, But
he works in these films. Like he really,
as like a tough guy.
I think his best role though is still Solange, man. Like I really do. Like,
I can't think. I mean, I like.
I mean, as far as his acting.
Yeah. I mean, Red Rings of Fear, he's pretty good as well. I know he's almost like the same character, but yeah.
Yeah, it does. That shit at the end is pretty rough. I ain't gonna say nothing, but
no, I will say the ending of this one, Revolver, is miles better than the case is happily resolved. But yeah, we can't give too much away on this one. I want people to actually sit down and watch these.
Yeah,
it's all right spoiling stuff like, I don't know, Bird with a Crystal Plumage or like, but these are different. I think I actually want people to check these out.
Yeah, he's great in Contraband, man. He really is.
Yeah.
I love Contraband, dude. That's
Hard Man Roll.
That's the only Fulci Policio and fucking brilliant. It's a perfect one, I think. But that's me. But
that was a later one as well, in 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're on to the last one. Unless there's something else you want to mention on Revolver.
No, I think we covered everything that I've got down for Revolver. I'm good.
Yeah, man. So we're getting into Highway Racer, 1977. Just come out a month before I was born. So.
Shit! I was 6, I think.
Yeah. But so adrenaline junkie Marco Palma is part of Rome's special mobile squad, goes undercover, and is trained to match these expert freestyle drivers who rob banks because they have made fools of the Rome Police Department for the last time. But these adversaries have a mutual respect and a moral code, two sides of the same coin.
Right. Yeah. And did you notice that this is again has got two main characters that work off each other throughout the
Yeah.
whole film?
Yep.
Like, yeah, I only just picked up on that, but all three of these films have been the same, kind of in
This
that
is
regard.
so this is six this is Merle with Stelvio Massi. They did 6 films together, but this is the first film they did together, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they did 6 films in 4 years, I think, from 77 to 80 to
Yeah.
1980.
3 to 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah. They became very close. Massey said that it was a beautiful friendship. But nah, man, I like this one a lot. There's hardly no blood in this one, which is odd. This is like got a PG-13 rating, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Like,
Yeah. It
but the
is.
stunt work, and you got Remy Julian in here, right? The
Yeah, man. And
stunt
he's
car
like,
driver. Yeah,
the cars go up on fucking 2 wheels. They start driving on 2 wheels in
yeah, they're
this throughout.
fucking
How the
sideways.
fuck do
Yeah,
they do that, man? It's
yeah,
incredible. Yeah.
balancing on these crazy stunts, man. Um, yeah, I like this one a lot, man. It's but the other films the director did was Five Women for the Killer,
Yeah.
1974. That's an okay giallo. It's kind of like middle. It's not that great.
I mean, I would say lower tier for me.
I mean, I own it, but that don't
Yeah.
mean shit. Like,
It's kind of a bland
Yeah.
giallo film.
It
Like
is. It does have a
Yeah.
couple good little kills, but I
I
mean,
think
it's
it's to
not the
do with like
greatest.
abortion as well. I think is it like something to do with abortion in it.
Yeah. He did Fearless, 1978. He also has another name, Max Steel is his
Yeah, absolutely.
pseudonym.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
Uh,
crazy.
he did this real piece of shit movie called Arabella.
I'm glad Dirk mentioned that because I was gonna fucking mention it if you decided to skip that one because Dirk
Uh,
hates that fucking film, man,
yeah, I do, man.
with a passion.
Uh,
Don't you?
yeah.
Um,
Mark of the Cop, 1975. Emergency Squad. I think that's his first film. I think that was his debut film. Was
that's
Emergency
one I
Squad.
want to see. That's been on
Yeah.
my radar as well. Yeah.
And Convoy Busters, which I've heard a lot of good things about that one. I need to check that one out.
Yeah. I mean, he had like almost like a Lucio Fulci, like from like with Fulci, his golden years are like what 78, 79, like through till 82, and
Yeah.
that's what Stelvio Massi's, like you say, he did 6 of these in 4 years, so he had kind of a golden period.
Mhm.
Yeah, Merle, he did do, yeah, like you say, 6. The last round he did as well, which I'm kind of interested in seeing. I've always wanted to see that one too.
And this is the first time you see Merle without a mustache, too. Like,
The only time I think as well.
it's the only time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Made to look younger. He's not playing the commissioner role. He's playing like he's like on this special mobile squad that, like, he just wants to win. He wants to be number one. He wants to be the best driver. And, like, he just lives and breathes fucking driving type of shit, you know? He's wearing,
Right.
like, a leather jacket, fucking blue jeans, fucking gold chain and shit. Like, it's a little different, you know?
Oh
Seeing him
yeah,
play.
he's like a frustrated driver as well because the police cars they put him in are not up to like some of these high kind of speed chases.
Yeah.
But
He's going
yeah,
undercover, you know?
yeah, very
So,
much just action packed throughout.
but
Um,
it's inspired by the real life, how do you say that? Brigadier, I guess you'd say?
Brigadier,
Brigadier
yeah,
Armando Spatafora. This guy was all over the news in the 50s and 60s. He was a real life guy that was driving these like high speed chases, and he arrested a lot of people. And so the film was inspired from that guy. But yeah, he had amazing driving skills. His nickname was Poliziotteschi, Poliziotteschi Sprint. So
which is another title for this film.
yeah, that's the
That's
Italian
the Italian title. So I thought that's a cool little twist.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like Maurizio Merli, right? Again, I know me and Dirk haven't seen as many as we would like with him, but the ones I have got down is he did From Coraline to Brooklyn with Umberto Lenzi, Convoy Busters, Fearless, The Cynic, The Rat, and the Fist, A Special Cop in Action, Fear in the City, Death Dealers, The Tough Ones, Violent Rome. And actually, his first film was The Leopard in 1963, which I've heard like good things about as well. But it's not obviously an Italian crime film.
That's Visconti, right?
Yeah. So that's kind of a crazy to go from that, into like this just action packed.
And he died young, man, like 58, 59.
He did, yeah. And do you know how he died?
He
died by playing tennis.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, he was playing a tennis match.
Yeah.
Must have been like a practice match with one of his kind of friends. And yeah, he just dropped dead at 59 years of age. And there's a scene in this. Do you know why he was on about his age? And it's kind of funny because in this, he's kind of like this up and coming young, kind of fearless driver.
Yeah.
And his boss, who plays off him, and we'll mention him in a bit as well, he actually calls him a youngster at one point. And I'm like laughing because he looks well in his 40s. Like,
yeah. He does.
It's kind of funny, but in terms of that guy I'm on about who he plays off, so you've got Giancarlo Sibiglia, and he plays kind of Tagliaferri. He's kind
like
of his
boss,
right? The commissioner, yeah, he's his boss.
But he's also like he's like an older version of him.
Right, yeah. So they got this competitiveness between them.
Yeah. He's kind of teaching him. So you got that whole sequence of in the film where he's kind of like giving them these tips, training them how to be a better race car driver, because he's got to go up against this villain that's like super crazy. What's his name? Lazardo?
Il Nazaro, yeah.
Il Nazaro. That's right.
And he did all those. Apparently, when they're on the racetrack doing those scenes, he did a lot of them himself, Merli. But this guy, so this guy who plays Tagliaferri, he was in Nest of Vipers, which we mentioned last week with Eugenio.
That's right.
His grandfather actually made that one. Death Rage, No Way Out. And the one I just instantly recognised him for is The Bloodstained Butterfly. And he plays the newsreader who has the wig in that. I don't know if you can remember, but I've recently done it with Chris, I don't know, like a month ago, so it was fresh in my mind. He was an Italian actor, another voice actor, stage director and playwright. Born in Rome, Italy, did a lot of stage work with actors like Rosella Falk and Anna Maria Guerini. And he's superb. The two of them just play off. They're very competitive, where you've got this young upstart kind of wannabe, like, great fucking driver against a guy.
All he cares about is winning.
Exactly. And this guy's been there, done it all. Do you know? And they're at loggerheads, and they don't, until halfway through the movie, they don't really come together. And now, like you say, when they do, he starts teaching him all these new fucking tricks and how to get the fucking car on two wheels and shit. It's great. It's fucking great stuff.
The stunt work's amazing. All the cinematography with that shit and those going down the Spanish steps. There's this one scene
in that French steps, wasn't it? Wasn't that shot in France?
I thought that was the Spanish steps, but I could be wrong.
I was read it was maybe done in France, but I might be wrong as well. But
okay, I thought Curdy. I saw something Curdy talking about. I thought he said the Spanish steps, but
I probably
could be wrong.
A bit later on in the notes.
But anyway, there's a scene though that you see like this old Ferrari.
Yeah.
And like that's what's funny, because that commissioner's remembering. Like you think he's like traumatized about a woman, but no, he's fucking traumatized about his fucking old ass Ferrari that got destroyed on the fucking, and it shows it going down the steps and shit. Like,
oh, that fucking shot in slow motion with it going down the steps, man.
Right.
Because when they're doing up the Ferrari at one point in there, and he says, so he looks at the bottom of it and it's got all these dents in it, and then he starts reminiscing about the good old days when he caught this Il Nazario guy and put him away for like 6 years, and they've got a rivalry as well. So there's all these different rivalries.
But it's like a mutual respect too, though. Like,
oh yeah, because he comes this crime guy comes into like the police station at one point, and he's almost like baiting the police, isn't he? Like, even though
like
there's a mutual
smiling in his face.
Yeah.
But
and
also,
they're doing all these like bank
he won't
robberies
cross the
and shit.
line, though. He won't cross the line. So you see like a baby carriage at one point. You
And
know,
that's his painful, towards the
and
end.
he don't hit the baby carriage, and like he's kind of got morals, like this villain does. So,
But there's a code of honor as well between
right.
like him and Merle's character, and they come to some kind of agreement towards the end. That's all I'll say with that.
Right.
But no, straight from the off, man, this is great.
I got to mention Stilvio Cipriani, though, the score.
Yeah.
So 3 banging scores out of these 3 films, man. So Stilvio Cipriani, he needs more love. He did 12 films in 1971. That's fucking crazy.
Crazy, man.
Right? He did 12 in 1971. So The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire, Twitch of the Death Nerve, Death Walks on High Heels, Barren Blood, like What Have They Done to Your Daughters, Rabid Dogs, Bloodstained Shadow, Pieces from 1982, Nightmare City in 1980, and Piranha 2, The Spawning, the James Cameron film.
That's fucking insane that he's done all those films. Like, What Have You Done to Your Daughters? Like that. Yeah. That theme comes into my head constantly, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you've got to put that body of work up against some of the greats as well. Even though, you can't say he's another Ennio Morricone or anything, but he's fucking up there.
I like Cipriani a lot, man.
He's up there. He's got to be in the top 5, I would say, for these type of films. Yeah.
But no, man, it's a solid film though. It really is. Highway Racer, I highly recommend.
It's great. I like the storyline to this as well, because you've got this gang and they keep doing these bank robberies, and the police blatantly know who's doing it. It's this fucking Il Nazario guy, Jean-Paul Docina, I think his name is in the film.
Did you mention? You didn't mention Lily Karate, did you? Karate?
No, I didn't. No, I got it written down, but I think
she was. I think she came in second. She came in second place in for Miss Italy, but she had a hard time. Like, she got off into drugs. She started doing porno films and shit with Joe D'Amato and shit to feed her addiction. So, and she died. She died young. She died of brain cancer, I think, at the age of 58.
And she plays Francesca, isn't she, in the film? Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman, but that's sad.
She's in 2B20 as well. She's in a Fernando De Leo film. That's a great one.
Okay. I didn't know any of the films. I just saw that little piece about her, and I was like, damn, that's kind of dark. She got off into drugs and then got into porn and all that to feed her addiction. So, and
she plays the girlfriend, and Merle's character just treats her like shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The film. But you've got some of the car chases and stuff. So this lead villain, Il Nazario, and he's been in the living in the south of France, so he comes back to Italy to Rome, and then all these bank robberies start happening at the same time. You've got the one where there's a hold up at the bank in Rome. I think Marco and his partner are on patrol, and they're trying to catch the robbers, and then it all goes fucking wrong. And he's he literally overturns the car, and he kills his partner. But he's still not undeterred. He still wants to carry on doing what he's doing. And it's pretty much how, like Dirk said earlier, how he goes undercover to try and catch these criminals. There's some great scenes where he's doing kind of these battles with the criminals in car tests, where they've got to fucking put their car so close to the cliff
to the edge.
Yeah, without falling
like
off it.
stopping on a dime type shit.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
that
it's
guy,
incredible.
that guy too is what Glauco Orno Rado.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a very familiar face. I didn't. He plays Pistone in
He
the
does.
film,
Yeah.
but or
I have got
Pistone
him.
in the film, but I didn't see any of the. I've seen him in other films though. I just can't place what they were. But
Yeah. So he's in Sicilian Connection,
okay,
Superstition, the slasher from
he's a great actor,
'82.
man. He's got that face. It's kind of like the a thug that thug mob guy.
Oh
He's
yeah, yeah. He was in the Perfume of the Lady in Black from
right.
'74. That's one I love. Investigation of a Citizen Above Suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Flower in his mouth. Speed Driver. Il Mostro. And yeah, I mean that's a great body of work as well. Pardon the pun, but yeah, like I
So
say, go
uh,
on, go on, go on.
Stelvio Massi said that he considered this his best film, and out of everything he's done, and he also said that the youngsters after the film, you could hear when they all were pilling out when they left the theater and shit. You could hear tires screeching and shit. This one did very well. This was a big successful movie. I
It
didn't
did.
write the budget down, but
I've got it down somewhere. I think I might have it down.
yeah, it was pretty. It made a lot of money. I know that. So
It also roped off a lot of cars. I think there was 17 cars during the
18.
mid.
Remy
18 again.
Julian.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Remy Julian wrecked fucking no less than 18, they said.
18 cars. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yep.
In terms of domestic gross, it was 1
That's right.
308 million lira.
Yeah.
Titanus was a distribution company, so that's a major company. Filmed on location in Rome, so you might be right with the steps. Release
Yep.
date 10th of August 77.
Yeah,
Also,
I thought Roberto Curti said that.
yeah. It might not be the Spanish steps. It might be some other steps. I'm not sure.
Okay, I thought he said the Spanish Steps. I
Oh,
mean,
it could be. It could be.
there's two names, but he said like in that special feature on this set or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, just check it out. See.
But it's also known as SOS Jaguar, Operation Casse Gururi in France, Stan Stabanate Snut in Sweden, Venganza di un Polizia in Argentina. So yeah, it had some weird names, man. I mean, in terms of the plot, I suppose that's as far as you want to go, yeah, because you don't want to give this one away either.
Yeah, no, I won't go no further than that. I mean, I'll say that this one's like action films. There is one scene that kind of bugs me a little bit, like when they're
Okay.
shooting the fucking guns
Yeah.
at the gun range, right? And he's
Yeah.
got like this special eye thing he's wearing. I mean, that's all good and everything, but like, so he's shooting the gun, and then he's like kind of teaching the commissioner how to shoot better or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he takes his fucking earmuffs off, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why the fuck would you do that? Like,
I mean, just to be this tough fucking guy, probably, and
well, I'm saying like fucking he's shooting the gun, and then I mean, I don't give a fuck how tough you are, man. Keep the fucking shits on, man. Like, why are you shooting guns, man? I don't know.
yeah.
But I don't know. That's a
Um,
little minor gripe. That's the only thing I saw, but like,
yeah, I didn't have too much I didn't like about this, to be honest.
no, it's
Again, it's not like gonna be
it's
like
not the
blow
grimy.
you away or anything.
It's not the grimy, like the villains in here. Like I said, they're not like the regular Poliziotteschi villains. This is one I could say more family friendly. I'd say, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the. I'm not sure if it was the only one, but I presume one of the ones that merely actually dubbed his own Italian voice on the Italian dub.
Yeah,
Did you hear the English dub or Italian?
Italian.
Yeah. Oh no, I watched the English one. So,
Okay.
but yeah, like you say, it was a big box office hit. They had the premiere right at Brancario Cinema in Rome. The the action, like you said, all the kids wanted to go out and start driving their cars fast. But that Remy Julian's like spectacular castings is just
And there was an alternate ending, but it's only because of because something went wrong with Remy Julian. He destroyed a fucking car. So that's all I'm going to say
right. Yeah.
about
No,
that.
yeah.
But it changed the fucking ending of the movie.
They had to improvise the end
Yeah.
of the film pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, which
Because
is
he
crazy.
destroyed the fucking car. So, like,
I have got something about that one scene though. So one extremely well executed scene which Massey shot at 5 a.m. to avoid trouble with the authorities has Remy Julian, and he drives his car down the famous Trentina de Monte stairway. So it's not the Spanish Steps, but it's
okay.
I think it was in France as well. That's crazy, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's on location in Italy and France. But like you say, that it's mad that they actually changed the whole fucking ending of the film due to like a car fucking like breaking down, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, total.
How many times you see that? Like, but yeah, I mean, this one is. I'm trying to think how I would put this. Probably the worst one out of the three, but don't take no kind of notice of that because this is still like a 7 out of 10 for me. I mean,
that's where I'm at with it too. It's like a 7 out of 10. That's a solid one, man. Yeah.
The set is a solid one, I think. The fucking set.
Yeah, this whole damn set. I recommend
five
it.
Five films. Yeah. You get literally like $25 or £25.
Right.
Man, it's a no-brainer. And even if you like, just like you're tuning in, you just like Giallo films.
Yeah.
There's enough kind of crossover with these Giallo films in terms of locations, actors, actresses.
Some of this shit's a little grimier than a lot of Giallo.
Yeah. I would say if you're a Giallo fan, you've not tested the water with the crime films, go for it with this set. Get the Umberto Lenzi box set as well. Is it? What's it called again, Dirk? Blood in the Streets, is it?
Violent Streets.
Oh, Violent Streets, sorry, yeah. So get that. And they would be my main two starting off box sets if you really want to get into these films. And then, but I mean, after that, you're going to pretty much be on a par with me and Dirk anyway, because we've dipped our toe on these ones. Yeah. But I do want to mention, we got a special guest next week coming on called Ian Urza. And we are going to be talking about 3 Giallo films, but he's like, I've been listening to him and he's fucking knows his shit on these Italian crime films too as well.
Yeah.
So who knows, in the future, maybe we can get him on for another one of these as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Look forward to it, man.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be a great guest.
If you want to show some stuff, man, I will be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to just grab a drink right quick.
No problem, man. Let me get some shit together. So, yeah, bear in mind, this is kind of a mini update. It's not, I haven't got loads. I got the new edition of Dark Side magazine. And what I like about this one is they're covering all the Crimi films, the Edgar Wallace Crimi films. The edition before that, I'm not sure if I showed. I don't know if I showed it. I don't think I have. So you've got the Suspiria kind of cover there, and it's got an interview with her and one of my. Shit, that came from fucking nowhere, man. Oh, Dirk playing fucking tricks on me. Why am I blanking on that fucking woman's name from Suspiria, who plays Susie Bannion? Oh, Jessica Harper, that's it.
Yeah, Jessica.
So you got Jessica Harper interview there.
Yeah.
Dirk's probably going to show this off as well. It's darkening the Italian screen.
I didn't grab those, but yeah, I got it. I do have
it. Delani.
There's no
point
for me to show mine. You got yours.
If you're interested in any of these, like Italian directors,
I recommend it.
Man, it's superb.
Hell yeah.
So I did the Radiant sale. I got Messiah of Evil. I can't wait to cover this. Maybe a Dead End Drive-In. I was talking to Dan. Me and
Yeah,
Dirk was.
definitely.
Um,
Maybe do a American Gothic uh, episode.
yeah, that's such a grindace film as well.
Yeah.
I've not seen this one. Dirk likes it a lot. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Um, I got a book
That one
there for
gets
some
slept
reason.
on, man. And there was people shitting on it, and I didn't really appreciate that too much. So
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I know. The case is closed. Forget it. And this is another. I think I'm not sure if it's a crime film. I think it is. Maybe. I know it's Damiano Damiani.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I'm interested in that one for sure.
Night of the Devils. I know Dirk's got this one.
Yep,
Um,
I got the Raro though. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's pretty much the same as Rero because it's got Rero on there as well.
Okay.
Even though this being sold by Radiant. Yeah, this is relevant. Gang War in Milan. Got the special edition of this one.
Definitely, man. Yeah.
This is a film I love that we covered on Dead End Drive-In, The Italian Connection. I mean, I fucking had to get this. $9.99 special edition.
That's
Um,
Fernando, right?
yeah, Fernando De Leo. 88 films, Murder Rock. Just because I'm fucking. I mean, there is nudity on there, I guess, but
Yeah.
so
It's airbrush. Don't
yeah,
count.
exactly. 101 films are coming today, and I've never upgraded this film. I don't know why, because it's one of my favorite slashers. Tourist Trap.
Hell yeah.
This is like a thick edition.
I got that coming. It'll be coming in toward the end of the month of.
There's some new extras on you. I know it's got I think it's got like either a poster or a book.
That's the only full moon film that you need to own.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much like Mother's Day for trauma, isn't it? Mother's Day is the only trauma really one you need. Last but not least, which I paid over the odds for this one, but it's Games of Terror by Vera Dicker. This has been out of print for so long. Halloween, Friday the 13th, and the films of the Stalker cycle. There's a bit of backstory with this one. This is a really well-renowned book. She's a high esteemed kind of writer. And you couldn't get hold of this for a longest time, but this firm have brought it out now on Amazon. It is pricey. I mean, I would say if you want to get it, maybe put it on your wish list, wait for it to come down, because I did pay $50 for this. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to delving into that one. That's all I got for now.
Okay, cool, man. Good pickup.
Nice little haul.
Hell yeah! All right, man. Well, I'm gonna show you what I got. Just some recent shit, and I got to do this one more time. All right.
Who's that lovely lady in that picture as well? Is that some? It's not an actress or anything, is it?
No, it's not.
Just a random woman.
That's just a beautiful Italian woman
who wants to advertise her recent pickups. That's
right.
We'll say
that. So I just got these. I bought it off Shop, so I'm not sure where I got it from. Like, if that makes sense to anybody out there.
I use Shop as well.
It might be MVD or some shit. But anyway, I got this Flavia the Heretic.
Oh man, I really want that one as well.
Florinda Balkan. We're gonna cover some. We got to cover some nunsploitation at some point. So
Dirk, who's brought that one out? What firm is it?
That's Scorpion. This is Scorpion.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, I'm onto that now. Now I know that's available.
And then I got The Dead Are Alive.
Oh man, yeah. I don't love that giallo for some reason, but I do like it.
I've never seen
Richard from. I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Richard for Hello, This Is the Doom Show or Doom Movie Thon. That's his favorite giallo.
Okay, I've never seen it. I'm interested in it. I did grab a few Criterions. The Criterion sale going on right now. So,
do you know that Dead is Alive? Where'd you get that one from, Dirk? Because that's
what I'm saying. That was that's a Code Red release, but I got it.
That's fucking out of print, man.
Yeah, I got this from like MVD. I think.
Maybe they're reissuing it then. I'll have to look into that.
And then I got this Criterion. That's Pinocchio. Uh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro film. It's supposed to be a dark version. I like all his shit, so
Nice.
I went in Barnes and Noble and grabbed these. Uh, No Country for Old Men. Fucking
Oh,
excellent
the
film.
one I've not seen. Yeah.
Fucking excellent film, man. Anybody hadn't seen that? I got 8.5 for
Oh,
Fellini.
Fellini. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna dive into some of these Italian directors, the early ones.
and then
at one point.
I got this crazy fucking movie, Gummo. So I don't know if y'all know, but that's what this shit comes from.
Like a pile of bullshit!
Yeah, this this motherfucker here is fucking throwed off, man. This movie is crazy as shit. But yeah, I didn't know if I've shown these or not. I got this, man. This is like Twixt, Francis Ford Coppola film.
Oh, yeah.
I think this one he fucking bombed big time. So I don't know. I'm interested to check it out. Anyway, um, then I grabbed Lizard in Woman's Skin.
Yeah, that's the numbered edition in it as well.
Yeah, this is number 13 out of 1,500. So.
Yeah, I've got that as well. I've not broken into that one yet.
And then I don't know if I can't remember if I've shown these. This is just the most recent shit that I got. I got the Outing and the Godsend.
Man, I love the Godsend.
So I got this from I think Brian Goes Blue. He was selling some stuff. I got this one I think from Pops Movie Dungeon. He was selling some stuff. Ghost House and Witchery.
Yeah, I've got that one. We definitely got to do Witchery.
Yeah,
but we've not done Ghost Day, so
we need to do Ghost House too on a lenses.
Yeah, did it on Eurocrypt.
Then I grabbed the Young Cycle Girls. I could see us doing this shit on like the Dead End Drive-In or whatever.
Yeah.
At some point. When Evil Lurks, 4K.
I need to get that.
Excellent film. Excellent film. Then I got Baby Blood.
Yeah, we're doing that, aren't we, on Dead
That's
End?
one of the first French extreme films. So, yeah, there's a twisted ass movie. The pregnant woman or baby's like making her kill people and shit. And then I got the Italian version of Black Sabbath, man. So
yeah, you should be getting that Bava set soon as well.
Yep, and that should be coming in pretty soon. So that's my recent pickups.
Did you get a notification on that one battle? Yeah. I think we all got one now.
Severing the Lamberto Bava's High Tension. Is that High Tension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's coming. I went in and got the bundle. Oh yeah, I forgot to show this, so I don't know if I showed it. I know you showed yours, but I got to be special and shit. I got the fucking limited deluxe fucking edition.
Nice.
Messiah of Evil.
Yeah. I've not seen it for so long, man. I remember the atmosphere in that film is like incredible.
Oh, it's fucking great. It's a great fucking movie. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's I just figured we'd throw that in there, man. Like I didn't do no clips this week. Been a busy ass week. I appreciate everybody.
Well. Yeah.
Everybody coming in, checking us out, man. Checking out the stream, man.
Do you remember the films we're gonna do for next week? Oasis of Fear. The films we're gonna do next week. Can you remember?
Yeah.
Oasis of Fear. I'm trying to think of the other one.
I got him.
Oh no, is it not Oasis of Fear? No, it's not. It's Murder Obsession. The Red Queen kills 7 times, and the night Evelyn can make the grave. That's right.
Yeah.
Because that's for the following week. That's right.
Yeah, we're doing basically a gothic giallo.
Yeah. With Ian Ursus, so everyone tune in for that, man.
Yeah, so it'll be a gothic giallo stream next week, but with special guests.
Ian Urza, yeah. People might know him for Mr. Parker's Dave's channel.
Yeah.
And he's done like numerous podcasts. So I mean, he's big into all these Italian films like us.
And I see Fat Pig saying that cover is awesome. Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I think I've got the press book for that.
Okay.
The
Hell
old
yeah.
press book.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got that in my stuff. Yeah, it's weird, random thing to have, but
Is there anything else you want to bring up? I guess we're fixing to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all have been awesome. Y'all checking this out in the future. Considering subscribing and liking and doing all the things and leaving comments and, or you can tell us to fuck off. All that good shit too.
just like leave a comment, man. Just like a question or anything you want us to cover, maybe. Just I always say, just let us know that you're listening, like, so we're not kind of going out, talking to like nobody at the end of the day. We want to know who are listening and who are not and what have you.
Yeah. How in the fuck are y'all doing tonight?
Bastard! You fuck. Look, it could be a pile of shit out of somebody's asshole.
Whoa! Shit!
Yeah.
I was just looking at the comment there, Fat Pig the Conqueror.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Packer's not coming on, but Ian Urza, who's been on his channel, is.
Yeah. Ian Urza.
If anyone knows Mr. Packer, Dave, to talk to, and they want to ask him to come on our channel, feel free to ask him, because if anyone's on better terms, with him, because I don't want to be some random stranger just go on and ask him to come on. By all means, ask him on our behalf. I'd love to have him on as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I was playing with the buttons and shit, but anyway, I have too much fun sometimes. But y'all have a good one, man. Have a good week. And stay safe out there.
Catch you all next week, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Later, y'all.
Right, guys.
Lights are fading, everything distorts. Strung out time blurs, cut like a report. Mind flashing fast in reels of abstract. This is our escape, there's no turning back.
I actually don't need to see visual. What I know is in that film.